Hey friend, I wanted to make a Clip Note version of the masterclass because I know you're busy and you probably haven't watched the replay yet. But it is in your dashboard and it's ready for you to watch. So basically, the masterclass was called Master Your Schedule, Master Your Life. And the whole point of being able to do this is so that you can enjoy your life by spending time on what you want to do. And the fact of life is you're not going to reach your health and fitness goals if you don't know how to put yourself first. But putting yourself first is like, how can I do that when I have so much stuff going on in my life? So, as with every masterclass, we had an action plan, and I taught everybody how to move from distraction into a place of self-love and development and time in your busy schedule to actually work on your health and fitness. So, the very first thing that I had everybody do is put together a list of all the things that you do in a day. So over the last 3 or 4 days, think of all of the things that you have done in the morning. So some of mine were I get up, read scriptures, exercise. Sometimes I get my kids ready for school. Sometimes I go to the gym. Sometimes I try to work out at home. And then you move into the afternoon or mid-morning. You're like, okay, well, I eat breakfast. I watch a little bit of YouTube. I clean the house. I make some phone calls. I do my ATQs. I walk the dog. And then you move into the evening and you're like, you get kids ready for bath time and you pack their lunches and you make sure they did their homework and they read and you watch a little bit of YouTube and you have a pillow talk with your husband and you watch a movie and you take out the trash and you have to do the dishes and you have to just, all these things in your life is included, okay? Everything that's included in your life. So if you have all these tasks, you start to become aware of what you're spending your time on. And a lot of times, like, you might have listened to me just ramble off those things and you're like, I don't do any of those things. Like, I work all day. I take care of other people. I respond to emails. I go out to eat for lunch because I haven't packed my food. And then I get home and I try to find something else to eat. And then I just call DoorDash. And then I clean. And then our lives are going to look very different. And the point is, everybody's life is going to be different, and times are changing. Like, we live in a world where literally something could get changed and it changes our entire life, but we have to learn how to adjust. So this action plan that I'm going to help you use in this Cliff Note version is to help you recognize where you're spending your time and how you can start to transition that so that you can fit fitness into your busy lifestyle, okay? So all of the things that we talked about, all these things that you fit into your life, they fit into one of 4 categories. Now, sometimes they might fit into other categories, but it depends on how you feel and why you engaged in that activity, okay? So in 4 columns, usually I have people in the masterclass, we split these things up into 4 different columns. And the first one is your ideal self. So what are some things that you did over the last 3 or 4 days that really are a part of who you want to be? Like exercising or reading scriptures or hugging each of your kids. Like, those are all things that we hope to do every single day that make us a person we're proud of. The next option, the next column was no choice. These are things that we do when we're like, freak, I have to do these things or else they're not going to get done. Make sure the kids take a bath, get the kids up to school, take them to school, pick them up from school, take out the trash, all of these things, pay bills, work, okay? So having no choice is something that gets us to act even though it's not because we want to. So a lot of times it's not putting us in the best frame of mind, but it's life. So we have to figure out how to transition those things in order for us to be productive. So we're going to talk about that. So the third one are quick actions or decisions. So a lot of mine that fit into this column were like cleaning the stairs, taking out the trash. Things that I'm busy in my day, but then I walk around, I'm like, oh my gosh, this room is dirty, I need to clean it. And I know, because we're smart, women know that it doesn't take that long to tidy something up, so we spend time doing that. So a quick decision or an action is something that you just decided to do right off the bat. It wasn't planned in, but it's something that you chose to do because you saw that you wanted to do it. It could be checking your phone. It could be get on social media. It could be wondering if somebody's replied to your text and then you get distracted for a while, okay? Then the last one is going to be waste. These are things that you do when you feel like you need a break or you stop doing something. So I might be like on a roll working and I'm like, oh, my stomach growls, and then I go look in the fridge and I'm like, I really don't feel like making anything, so let me just rest on the couch and I'll watch YouTube for a little bit. And it seems kind of ridiculous, but it's like, I know you do that sometimes too. And a lot of times we spend our time in a wasting position, but we tell ourselves that we needed a break or we needed to transition. Okay, so with all these things that we do, it's important to recognize that we don't have to be perfect. There's no way we can live our life in the productivity column all the time because we have to do things. We do get distracted, and there are times where we just want to do something different, and that's totally fine too. So what I had everybody do is out of all the things they listed of what they do in the day, so like some people had like they thought of 20 different tasks that they did. Somebody had 44. When I added mine up, I had 31 different things that I could think of. So what I did is now I put each of those things into a specific column. So like taking out the trash, well, that was a quick decision because I saw that it needed to be done. So I'm like, okay, that was a quick decision because I just took it out. Another one is like no choice, getting out of bed. Like I have to get out of bed. I don't have a choice. I have to do that. I also have to take care of the kids. So you're going to take every single one of those tasks that you wrote down and you're going to put it in a different column to help you recognize where you're spending a lot of your time and why you're spending time there too. So after you get that done, then you're going to tally up the numbers of like, okay, I can see that I luckily spend a lot of time in productivity, but I also spend a lot of time doing things for other people, and I feel like I have no choice doing it. Then I find that all of the distractions I have in my life are due to cleaning, okay? And then time wasters over here are different activities that I didn't necessarily have to do, but I let myself do them because we're not perfect, okay? So after we have all these different columns, I told everybody to redefine the columns, okay? So the first one is your ideal self, things that you do. When you do things because you want to, you're being productive. You're choosing to have focus in some area of your life that you want to work on and that you want to improve. So the very first column is going to be productivity. The second one, feeling like you have no choice, having to take care of everybody else, that is you doing things out of necessity and management, okay? So management means they have to get done. Like you can't just not pick up your kids from school, and you can't just not make sure they have food, and you can't just lay in bed all day. You can't just not pay your bills, okay? So in that column is called necessity and management because you got to get crap done whether you like it or not, okay? The next one, a quick decision or action, that's called distraction. And it's because we made the choice to spend our time on doing something that we didn't plan. And when we didn't plan it, that means there's not a whole ton of purpose behind it. And any time that we spend our time on a distraction, that means less time on productivity, okay? And the last one, feeling like we need a break or stop doing something, that's waste. It really is us putting a stop to whatever we're doing to do something that's not really important. If you needed a change and you chose to do something productive, then you'd fall into the productivity category. But if you just stop and you check your phone or you start online shopping, then it's like you're really wasting your time because you're not producing any results in any area of your life. You're kind of just putting off what you really should be doing, okay? So after we get an idea of where you're at, we broke these up into different quadrants, and you might have seen different variations of this before, but this is really important when it comes to identifying how to fit fitness into your busy lifestyle. Because if you look at it, guys, if you really just accept the fact that you can fit things into your lifestyle if you want to, but we have to reduce where we're spending the rest of our time. So if we're having too many time wasters, we can't fit fitness into our life until we reduce our waste on purpose, okay? So I had everybody break up their activities into quadrants. So you have urgent and not urgent on the top, and then you have important and not important. And this is where each of them fall into. So you have things that pop up that really are important, like you do have to make dinner and you have to take care of your kids. But a lot of times if you had the biggest number in this category, you're overwhelmed and you're a doormat and you don't have any preparation in place, which is why you're putting out fires all the time. So packing school lunches, like it can be very urgent because you didn't have a plan in place, or other people don't know how to pack it and it makes you responsible. So that's just like a little tough love. So if your top number is here, you're probably super overwhelmed and feeling really neglected and really tired, and there's a way to get out of this, and I'm going to help you do that, okay? So then the next one down here is doing things that are urgent but not important. Urgent meaning they got your time right away, even though they're not important. So if you are spending time in this distraction zone, it means that you don't know how to set boundaries. You don't know how to decide what you will and won't allow in your life. And as a result, distractions are pulling away from your productivity. So you find yourself spending your time on things that don't develop you as a person. And as a result, you feel like you're too busy. But really, like, everybody who wants to fitness and a lifestyle can do it, but you have to learn how to reduce your distractions, okay? The last one is the waste, okay? If you are spending a lot of time in the waste zone, it's probably because you don't have a good support system. You're not clear on your goals, and nobody knows how to support you because you haven't really taken the time to figure that out. So most people are not here, and chances are, if you're watching this video, you're not here. Like, you're watching this video because you want to improve and grow as a person. So, but it still means that if you have time wasters, then you're pulling from your productivity. So if you're like, I can't fit fitness in, it's like, let's talk about your time wasters, because most of us spend more than 15 to 20 minutes a day wasting time. Okay. So with that, I have a plan to help you reduce all of these things so that when you reduce time spent here, you have more time to be productive. And the cool part about being productive is that you feel good. You live more within your purpose, and you're clear on what you want, and in the meantime, you benefit and everybody else in your environment benefits too. So cliff notes with this is I have a new program, and it's called Schedule Master 90, and for 90 days I'm going to help you improve your life and make sure you have a plan in place and you have processes in place so that other people can start to be independent, giving you more time to work on yourself. So a few months ago, I did my mental intensity masterclass, and we're in the midst of that program. We're about halfway through it right now. And I just want to read you a couple of takeaways that people have had since starting that program, because this one's going to be very similar, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So somebody said, I'm finding that my mood is a lot better lately, and I just feel much more optimistic. Like, things are all working out in really interesting ways that I couldn't have imagined before. I can tell that I'm changing to become more like who I want to be, and that feels good. Another person said, today was crazy busy, but also really positive and productive. I'm not sure what exactly I did differently, but I certainly feel much better today and just more positive and upbeat. You guys, I want you to know that even though things are not perfect and you're probably not used to spending time on yourself, results are going to come when you invest the time and energy and money into doing something you haven't done before. Because when you want different results, you've got to do something different. And you're watching this class because you need help fitting fitness into your busy lifestyle. And guess what? I've been there. I've been in every single one of these other quadrants, wasting my time, getting distracted, and taking care of other people. But I can promise you, when you're more productive, all of these other areas become enjoyable because your stress level is lower. Because you know how to put yourself first, these other things are not going to phase you like they used to. They're not going to put you in fight or flight all of the time and then completely stop your physical progress because your body is just trying to survive. So with Schedule Master 90, it's my next 90-day program, and I'm capping it out just like I did with MI90 because I can only work with 10 people at a time to give them the time and attention that they want and need. So here's the lineup of everything that you get in Schedule Master. So you're going to get 90 days of the basics, tracking in your ATQ for sleep, self-care, water intake, movement, because those things are the basics of health and they cannot be cheated. You're not going to reach your goals until you are really good and consistent with those things. So I'm going to help you be consistent and hold you accountable. Then also for 90 days, there's going to be custom goals. So if you're like, dang, Marcy, I'm living down here in distraction, I need a kick in the pants, then girl, we're going to get you there. If you're up here and you're taking care of everybody else and constantly putting out fires and managing other people, we're going to put a plan in place so that people learn how to take care of themselves, giving you more time to invest in yourself, okay? So with that, you're going to get basics to health. You're going to get custom goal tracking. Also, we're going to do one-on-one calls so we can get on the phone and you can streamline right to what your plan is. Because if you're like, Marcy, I'm stressed, I don't know how to do this, I'm not sure how to tell my family that I can't do everything for them, we're going to figure out exactly how to make that happen, because this is what I do. It would be unfair of me to just tell you, oh, like, start eating healthy or like make the meal prep. It's like, no, that's not exactly how you're going to change your life. You have to address all aspects. So you're going to get one-on-one calls. We're going to do group coaching every single week. For 12 weeks, we're going to do a planning power hour where we plan out whatever you need. If it's a meal plan, or if you need a workout plan, or if you need to set boundaries, or if you need to make time for self-care, like, we're going to do all of that in the planning power hour every single week. Then you're also going to get success call and action plan, and that's where we get super clear on what your goals are and where you're spending your time, so that your plan is going to be custom to you and not just some random thing that I tell you to do. Like, it's not a one-size-fits-all program, and that's the beauty of working with only 10 people, is that I have the luxury of being able to give you exactly what you want and need in this program. So then you're going to get a self-care package. I'm going to send you some goodies in the mail. You're going to get some fitness clothing, some drink mixes, good prizes, and just stuff that's just for you to remind you of the time that you're putting in to improve and progress in your own life, and to fit fitness into your lifestyle too. So you're also going to get an assessment, and it's going to be amazing. So everything that we've done before, I want you guys to know, these are the cliff notes. Even though it's getting really long, I'm going to cut it off really soon. There's only room for 10 people. So the reason for making this cliff note video is that I want you in the program, but you need to take action now, because I can only do 10 people. So everything that this program includes normally is around $2,200. But because you guys are here and you're getting this video, I want to work with you. The price is only $1,000. So for 90 days, you're going to have me in your back pocket. I'm going to be there for you in your corner, in a way that you've never had anybody in your back pocket before. So I want you to know that this is not something that's like you're taking a chance. It's like you are investing in yourself. I'm going to give you every single plan that you need in order to move forward. And it's just going to take 90 days of your attention, and it's going to be amazing. So I can only do this for 10 people. So if you're watching the Cliff Notes, the first 5 people, they get $100 off. So if you're like, okay, yes, I want to do this and I want a discount, then you're going to need to register and reserve your spot. The price to reserve your spot is $200, but if the code is still good, Master90, if that code is still good, then you're going to get $100 off. And if you have anybody that wants to do this program with you, then you can get $200 off for referring them. But the program, MI90, it's sold out before the closing date, so just keep that in mind. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. But ultimately, you guys, I want to help you transition your life, because over here in waste and distraction and management, you're not happy. And ultimately, you can't really work on your fitness in a fun and sustainable way if you're constantly stressed and under pressure and tired and fatigued. And the more mental energy you spend, the quality of your choices go down. But if I can help you plan and put things in place, then you're going to have all the mental energy you need for those important decisions, and you're going to be able to follow through a lot easier. So that is the Cliff Notes. If you guys are interested, then please take action right away. I have to close this when 10 people sign up, or September 10th is the closing date for this program. We're starting on September 14th, and this is going to take you all the way till December 4th. So I'm going to be there for you, and it's going to be awesome. And I promise you, you're going to love the life that you're going to create, because you're going to thrive in this new productivity zone and loving the life that you're creating. You're always going to be able to fit in the things that are important to you, and most importantly, adjust as time goes on. So these are lifelong lessons that you're going to hold and have forever, and you're never going to need to follow some other random program again, because you're going to be so in tune with your own process and your own way of functioning that you're never going to go back to the things that just weren't working for you. So thank you for watching the Cliff Notes, and I will talk to you soon. Message me if you have any questions at all, and we'll see you later.